Everyone calls Hades the devil of Greek mythology, the dark ruler of the underworld, the god people fear the most. But ancient Greek myths tell a very different story. No horns, no fire throne, no ruler of hell. Instead, Hades ruled something far more unsettling, the Greek underworld, the largest kingdom in all mythology. And here's the twist. Among the gods of Olympus, Hades may have been the most honest one. The story of Hades in Greek mythology begins with horror. His father Cronus swallowed his children to stop a prophecy. Hades spent his earliest existence trapped in darkness, until Zeus freed his siblings and the gods fought the Titanomachy, the war against the Titans. Hades fought beside Zeus and Poseidon. They won. Then the universe was divided. Zeus took the sky. Poseidon ruled the sea. Hades inherited the underworld. Not a punishment, a responsibility no other god wanted, because someone had to rule the dead. Could that be the reason why he didn't get a throne on Olympus? But the story that truly shaped Hades' reputation begins in a field of flowers. The Persephone myth. Persephone, daughter of Demeter, was gathering flowers when the earth split open. Hades emerged in a chariot and carried her into the underworld. It sounds like the darkest story in Greek mythology. But one detail changes everything. Zeus approved the marriage. Demeter's grief froze the world. Crops died. Winter spread. Humanity began to starve. A compromise was finally made. Persephone would spend part of the year with Hades below and part with her mother above. According to ancient myth, this created the seasons. Life and death share in the same throne. Orpheus and the underworld. One mortal almost escaped death itself. His name was Orpheus. Armed with nothing but music, he entered the realm of Hades and Persephone. His song was so powerful that even the god of the dead listened. For once, Hades bent the rules. Eurydice, Orpheus's wife, could return to life. But there was one condition. Orpheus must not look back until they reached the surface. He looked, and the underworld took her back. Hades did not punish him. He simply enforced the rule. Heracles and Cerberus. Another myth reveals a different side of Hades. During his final labor, Heracles had to capture Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld. Instead of fighting the god of death, he asked permission, and surprisingly, Hades agreed. One condition: Heracles must capture Cerberus without weapons and return him safely, even with the greatest hero in Greek legend standing before him. Hades acted not like a villain, but like a ruler protecting his kingdom. Let me ask you something. If you had to swear an oath to one Greek god, Zeus, Poseidon, or Hades, whose name would you trust the most? Tell me in the comments. Ancient Greek art doesn't portray Hades as a monster. He appears as a calm, stern king. His symbols reveal his power. Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld, the helm of invisibility, capable of hiding even gods. The Bident, symbol of authority over the dead, the cornucopia, representing hidden wealth beneath the earth, because everything underground belongs to him. Gold, roots, bones, and every soul that has ever lived. The Greeks feared Hades so deeply they avoided speaking his name. Instead, they called him Pluton, the wealthy one, because beneath the earth lay both death and riches. Unlike Zeus or Athena, Hades had few temples. His rituals happened in darker places, graves, caves, sacred underground shrines, coins were placed with the dead to pay Charon, ferryman of the river Styx. Without the coin, a soul might wander forever. Now, compare Hades to the other gods. Zeus constantly breaks promises. Poseidon destroys cities when angry. But Hades rarely interferes with mortals. He rarely leaves his realm. And he almost never breaks his word. Among the gods of Greek mythology, Hades might be the most predictable, which is fitting, because death itself is predictable. The Underworld. The realm of the dead was structured. Souls crossed the river Styx with Charon. Then judges assigned their fate. Elysium for heroes, Tartarus for monsters, asphodel meadows for ordinary souls. Hades ruled the system. But he wasn't the torturer. He was the administrator, the king of the largest kingdom in Greek mythology. Modern stories often portray Hades as a villain. Ancient interpretations were different. Some scholars believe the Persephone myth explains agriculture and seasonal cycles. Others see the underworld as a metaphor for the human subconscious, the place where grief and memory are buried, which raises an unsettling possibility. Maybe Hades wasn't evil. Maybe later cultures simply needed a devil. And that may be the real reason Hades is feared, not because he is cruel, but because he is fair. No hero escapes him. No king bribes him. No god replaces him. In the end, every story in mythology ends at the gates of Hades' kingdom. If you enjoy exploring Greek mythology, ancient legends, gods, monsters, and forgotten myths, consider subscribing, because next we uncover the stories of Typhon, the monster who nearly destroyed Olympus, Zeus, the thunderbolt ruler who shaped the cosmos, and the terrifying origins of Poseidon. Because in mythology, the darkest stories often hide the deepest truths.